So, when people are making their criticisms, I always ask that let us do these things not for confusion, but for balance, and always to seek truth. And anytime, I want to say this to the people of the country, anytime you see a set of people, whoever they may be, base a campaign on monumental falsehoods, straight away you will know that those persons cannot be trusted with authority or power. You don't have to accept my word for it. Read any of the concluding chapters of any of Paul's letters and you'll see what I'm talking about here. It's true. This has been taught to us repeatedly. So when a man tells you that Petrocaribe, we owe them $900 million, when in fact I've stated, I've explained, I call out each of them, and it's 140, 141, and he insists that it is more. He's not accepting what I'm saying. Then St. Clair Leacock joins him and says, clearly, given the price of the aggregate cost of what we import every year through Vinlec over the period, it can't be 900. So it must mean that we got fuel and re-exported it. That is the way he explains that. He doesn't say that his leader spoke a falsehood and got the math wrong. What he says instead is that I must say, why is it is only 140? Because that would be the fact if you take into account what is the fuel importation by Vinlec. So it must mean that we got fuel to St. Vincent and we re-exported it and kept the money. Well, that requires a level of imagination which is just astounding. I mean, but it is so distant from truth. And when people, you hear them in the house, before they go into the house, about the passport bill. When they come to the passport bill, when the truth faces them now, they collapse in the face of the truth in the house, but then come outside and continue the dishonesty. What can you do with persons like these? So I come back. I could give several more examples. I give you two to illustrate that. There are many, many more. And you would hear me with a litany of them. But the fundamental point I want to make is where there's a campaign which is based largely, I wouldn't be extreme and say solely, but based overwhelmingly on falsehood. That is the first sure sign that you cannot trust such individuals with authority or power.